Hey you guys, I just got back from Costco, so wow, nice hair. I wanted to just kind of share with you a couple of things. I know that I mentioned the produce wash yesterday in text, and I just wanted to kind of show you what that looks like. So what I do, because obviously I'm trying to get rid of all toxins in our home, right? And so I use a bunch of essential oils. I don't use bleach and things like that. There's also just tons and tons of research that shows like stay-at-home moms, especially, you know, had different ailments due to all of the chemicals that they were constantly breathing in from being home all the time and using different chemicals and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people are like, oh, you're a straight up hippie now, but it's no, like I want to ensure that I'm not putting toxins into, you know, my family or my body, right? So anyways, I use thieves oil. That's just a couple drops of thieves oil. It's in this water bottle, and so I clean my sink out really, 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 really well, okay? That might not be super obvious to some people, but you want to make sure that it's really clean. This is what my sink looks like. It's a big sink, right? So I already cleaned it. So I don't measure at this point, but you could do equal parts. Either way, I'm just using white distilled vinegar. And when I first learned about this, so kind of a big pour. When I first learned about this, it said to use distilled vinegar and baking soda at the same time. When you would pour the baking soda in after the vinegar, there would be a big reaction, right? Well, basically what it was doing was bringing it back, you know, it was bringing it back to normal, if you will. So none of the pH or acid was helping to get the chemicals off of the produce. And so anyways, you just want to do the vinegar and just water first. I'm just going to show you what I have. Organic eggs. I can't do regular eggs anymore. They smell to me and taste disgusting. So these are probably like $7, but it's worth it for me. All those hormones and antibiotics and stuff that's put in, you know, that's fed to the chicken and meat and all that stuff, you don't want that. We don't want that in our bodies. So huge thing of broccoli, 4 individual microwave ready pouches, USDA organic. You know, you can see that it's very low sodium. Where ingredients, just broccoli florets. That's what I was looking for. So you should see me at the stores. You'll see also a bunch of stuff that says organic. That does not mean that it's organic, and it does not mean that it's good for you. You can look at some organic stuff and it will still have tons of terrible things in it. So it's very deceiving, and unfortunately it's just kind of how it is in the US. Even if it says USDA, you just have to do a little more research, a little more label reading on your own, okay? You can ask me, message me for more questions. Peppers, these are like $6. Hold on, let me see how full my sink is. Getting there. I'm also gonna get out all of my strainers, because what I'll do is, like for berries and stuff, I'll put them in the strainer and then in the water. Sorry. And if you remember from my post yesterday, I like to make sure, you're going to want to make sure that everything is super dry. Okay, so I'm going to do my tomatoes first. I eat probably, well, here you'll see I have these tomatoes, huge thing of blueberries. What are those called? Portobello mushrooms, strawberries. This is the plain Greek yogurt that we use. That's what I use for my cookie dough. That's also what I use for AJ's yogurt in the morning when I do like a little bit of, couple chocolate chips, peanut butter, honey sometimes. Can do blueberries, banana, whatever. Chicken patties, chicken raised without antibiotics. Product of the USA, never confined to cages, all natural. And then you'll see chicken raised without antibiotics, onion seasoning. That's it. Those are the only ingredients, so that's okay. String cheese for AJ. Cottage cheese for me. I eat that, and just during the the week. This is hot dogs, right? Premium foods made from beef raised without antibiotics, no added hormones ever, always vegetarian fed, uncured, so no nitrates added, okay? That's huge. That is very, very, very huge. Those hot dogs were like $14 for 3 packs, but guess what? My kid is not going to get a bunch of stuff that he shouldn't be getting. And then organic ground beef, same thing. It's Kirkland brand. Raised without antibiotics, no added growth hormones ever. So Costco in itself, the Kirkland brand too, is very conscientious of like actually being clean. So that's the reason I love to shop there. A lot of people say, here's my scrubby. A lot of people are like, well, I'm never going to use all that food. Yeah, you will. Just to show you one more thing, sorry. I spent $170 today, but 50 of it was on my Sonicare toothbrush heads, and I got a sheet set. Literally, I spent under $100 on food, and this will definitely get us through the week and the weekend. So for, you know, all of us, and that's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, under $100. So everybody that says they don't have money to eat healthy and eat clean, it's BS. You are able to do that. So if you remember, I'm gonna put in my veggies first. So I'm going to, as far as the peppers go, I'm gonna do those later, just because I'm gonna use those for stuffed peppers. And I haven't decided, actually, maybe I'll do them right now. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. It's Taco Tuesday. I think we're gonna do tacos tonight, so I'm definitely gonna do the beef. Next week is my last week of the program that I'm doing, which is Insanity Max 30. And so I'm going to follow, you know, I had some happy hour when I was on vacation last week and stuff like that. I still stuck to my nutrition almost 100%. Had some beers and stuff, so that's fine. But it's called Ab Maximizer. So for 7 days, I'll follow a pretty strict diet, if you will. I hate to say diet, but anyways, just want the best results. And we're also going to Summit in Nashville. My team, it's a Beachbody thing. It's really, really exciting. Last year I was the only one, and now there's 9 of my coaches coming with, and then there's 50 of our upline coaches. So it's really going to be an awesome time. So anyways, we're going to do tacos tonight. What I'll do, Chad and AJ, I'll already have had my carbs by dinner time. So Chad and AJ will have shells or, you know, tortillas or whatever the case is. And then, actually, no, I'm not going to have carbs now, so I can have black beans later. Again, sorry, thinking out loud. But what I'll do is I'll make a bowl. So I'll either maybe have some rice, but for sure have black beans, and then I'll do the meat, and then the plain Greek yogurt is the same exact as sour cream. So if you have a party and people are over, you put it in a bowl and they never know the difference. Trust me, I've got a lot of people are like, oh, are we gonna eat? You know, what are we gonna eat? Kale when we're there. And then they come and they have food, and then they're like, oh my God, that was so good. And I'm like, yeah, guess what? It was plain Greek yogurt. It wasn't sour cream, stuff like that. So I'll cut up also the peppers in strips, and I'll eat that kind of as, I've been finding other ways to curb my chip addiction. The chip addiction is real. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are following on my fitness page or whatever, but in one of our advanced groups that we run, that's full of a bunch of coaches and challengers that have been with us for like the last year and a half, we had a challenge to say, like, this time I will go without X. And it was perfect timing because I was on vacation. And so I was like, look, I'm going to go without chips because I can't help it. I will eat an entire bag. And so I did it. I did it for the entire time that we were gone, which was about a week and a half. And I didn't really miss it. They have like little carrot, actually we have some in the fridge, little carrot like chips discs now. I don't know if you've seen those. And then, so it helps me to have like those carrot chips, the veggies cut up, and you can still use that with guac. You can do hummus. Hummus is really great. There's a bunch of different, you know, flavors of hummus now. I'm going to start making my own, but you certainly can buy it too. Usually it's pretty decent. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys now. So the tomatoes will stay in here for quite a while. I'll put in the baking soda at the very end, and then I'll rinse it all again really, really well, because it's hard. It's hard to show you, but already my sink is full of film all the way across. I don't think you can see it. It doesn't look like it, but like you can just see all the film. It's pretty nasty. So I'll rinse it really, really well. Again, I'll transfer it probably to this strainer, and then I'll let it dry, okay? And then I'll probably just put handfuls in baggies, and then I'll do the same thing with the fruit. I'll add the fruit here in just a couple minutes. The blueberries, strawberries, and what I do with the strawberries especially really, really, really need to dry well. So usually they're okay if I wash them and cut the tops. What I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna put about half of them in there. So it's a big, big, big package. I'll put half of them in there, and then on like Thursday or Friday, I'll wash the other half, just in case. But again, this only takes a couple of minutes. But the blueberries will be fine. Hey, boo! The blueberries will be okay, and they'll last for the week. So just making sure you have number of strainers out so everything can dry really, really, really well. And then for the half of the strawberries I'm washing, I'll cut the tops off, maybe cut them up just a little bit. AJ has them in his yogurt and stuff like that, like I said. I'm probably also going to make him some applesauce. So I have all these apples. These have already been washed, and it's still kind of gross because I don't know if you can see that, but I washed these and I don't know why it's still all the film. I love apples, but I'm finding out again doing more research that oftentimes when you get your apples, they're like months old sometimes, so that means that there's definitely a ton of crap on them, which just makes me sick. So there's some apple farms or whatever they're called out here. We'll probably do that. We always do that in the fall, pick our own apples. But then when they don't have all that stuff on, they don't last as long, obviously. So I'm having a battle with my apple addiction right now. But I'll wash them again a little bit here, and then what I just do is I use the apple core, I chop them up, and then I literally just put apples and like sometimes blueberry or strawberry in here with nothing else. I don't add sugar, I don't put water, I just put them in there, blend it up, and then that's applesauce for AJ. So hope all of these things are helpful. As you see, we only have broccoli. Chad might not be super excited about that, but it's gonna be part of my thing. So what I'll actually be doing is going to the farmer's market as well. We had that zucchini last night, and we do have a couple of other options as far as veggies go. So we won't eat broccoli every day. Well, I'll probably be eating broccoli every day, but again, once you kind of get into these habits, you like what you eat. Oh, see, we have the mushrooms too. With the mushrooms, what I'll do is I'll put a little bit, you clean these. You don't want to put these directly in the water. I have some red onions chopped up, so what I'll do with these is clean them. You just use like a wet paper towel and clean them up. It's kind of gross, right? But I love mushrooms. I'll put some red onion in there, and then I think what I might do is I still have some of this homemade red sauce. I think I'll put some red sauce. And then I also have, this is like real feta. So I'll put some feta cheese on there. That can be a little appetizer or a snack or, whatever the case is. So anyways, oh, here's these little things I was talking about, the carrot chips. Carrot chips. They're yummy. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's my spiel for today. I'm excited to wash my sheets. I'll let y'all know how that goes. They're from Costco, so they were pretty cheap, but they say they're uber soft, so I'm excited to have some new sheets. And that's all I have. Have a great day.